Oh my goodness. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful epic peeps. How are you? It seems like forever since I've been here for an epic interview, and I'm so grateful to be here today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Samantha, and I am coming to you live on behalf of EPIC. EPIC stands for Empowering People and Inspiring Community, and EPIC Tri County CT is this beautiful, multifaceted platform for positive media. And we bring this platform, this positive media resource to you in so many ways. First is our beautiful print publication. We publish every 2 months, bi monthly. So that is one way that we share our passion to help serve. Also, we have a digital issue of EPIC that can be found on www.epictricountyct.com. Of course, we have the social media platforms that are always available through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all those. And, as we begin to open up, what I'm really excited about are the community events that we're going to all be able to go to again safely and, be together as a community, because that really is what EPIC is about. It's about community. It's a magazine for the community, by the community. So again, my name is Samantha, and I'm so grateful to be here. I wouldn't be here, and EPIC wouldn't be possible without the love, support, and energy of the co-publisher and co-creator, Lisa. Lisa is always working behind the scenes to bring you the best content, best information, and always sharing her love and light. So please let Lisa know you appreciate her. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks. I was in seminary for the weekend. It was beautiful. I want to thank my teachers and my co-students. We really got a lot of work done, and I'm one step closer to that ultimate goal that I have. But not too much more about me. Has everybody seen this? Look at this beautiful issue we have. This is our March, April issue. It is on the streets now, also on our website. And if you'd like to receive a mailed copy to be sure you don't miss it, we offer subscriptions for $22 a year. We mail you 2 copies of each issue, and inside each one is a little special gift that you get. So if you're interested, please email me at samantha@epictricountyct.com. We'll put you on the subscription list, and you'll be sure to receive your 2 copies every single issue with a special gift. What is going on? I want to remind everybody, if you're interested, if you're a business owner and you're interested in some branding photos, Caitlin Casso is offering a special program this month. You can find out information at www.caitlincasso.com. She's offering mini branding sessions, which are really cool. I just signed up for one. I can't wait. So that is one thing that's going on. And in every issue, I want to remind you, there are the event sections. Okay. And in this event section, there are virtual events that you can link live to. We have one this issue from the Reha Clinic, the Chiropractic Center in Southington. You can just click on, and there is a beautiful 5-minute webinar video on spinal decompression. So that's really cool. On the 13th, this Saturday, we have a Sonic Alchemy concert at Avant-Garde with Bradford Tilden. That's in Brantford. So that's this Saturday. You can find the information in EPIC and also on the website. And what else? Let me pull another one out, because really this events really help to sustain our resourcefulness of our community, of our peeps, and that's you. What else do we have? Oh, March 14th, another Yoga Nidra and sound healing by Peel to Heal Productions. Kevin O'Connor, he's going to be in Durham this Sunday at 3:30. And if you haven't experienced Kevin's sound healings, it is absolutely amazing. The instruments that he has, the tools, the bowls, the gongs, it's just unbelievable. Again, that's on Sunday in Durham at the Red Barn at 3:30 with KTL. So much in this issue, and so much goes into it. The lady I'm going to bring forward in a minute, her name is Celia, and she has been a foundational energy of E.P.I.C since our inception. She's contributed to articles, and I've attended some of her events up at the Wisdom House. This month, this issue, she has a beautiful article titled, I Want to Live with an Empty Boat. And that is featured in the March-April issue. It is gorgeous. And Celia is, I always speak from the energies that I connect with. She is like a sacred wisdom teacher is the energy that I feel like almost, and I'm not, how do I put this? Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm putting Celia on a pedestal, though she's worthy of that. That's not the energy that she portrays. She just comes with a softness, but an energy that pulls you in and shares from her heart tools and tips. And she talks the talk. Let's put it that way. She talks the talk. She walks the walk. Let's see, what else can I tell you about Celia? She is a mindfulness study practitioner. She's dedicated to mindful support of teens and adults. She's working very closely now with teens that have been through traumas and different types of situations. She's helping them develop strategies and life skills to help them continue on this journey, so their boat is a little lighter. I'm not going to say any more before I bring Celia on, because I think we have a lot to share with you. So please relax into the space, allow yourself to be open and to be ready to receive this wisdom that Celia brings with her. So give me a moment. There we go. Hi.
Hi, Samantha. Thank you for that glowing introduction. I was like, who is that? Who is that person?
I always, I get the questionnaires that we send out, but I find that for me, what works is just going within for a second and bringing forward in the introduction the energy that I feel between us. And that is really what I got this morning from our short time together, was not only a friend and a contributor of E.P.I.C, but someone who has a deep-seated wisdom, like a wellspring that just comes out in such a beautiful, soft, but strong way. I can't explain it. Yeah, you're a wise woman, Celia. I know that. Through the writing, people can learn a little bit more about you, but can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I am ordained in a Buddhist lineage in the Plum Village tradition. So I've been a Buddhist practitioner for in that lineage for over 15 years. And I'm also a long-term meditator. I graduated from Lesley with a master's degree in mindfulness studies, and had some ideas, which working with teenagers, you learn, they are just ideas. They aren't truth. That's not the way life really is. So, I'm constantly working to bring the essence of what is mindfulness, what is compassion, what is keeping my heart open every single day. What does that look like into my life, and to help others really connect with our innate quality of lovability, that we were all born as absolutely lovable. And I think that is what becomes so layered and clouded as we live. We forget that we seek to love, that these hearts are open, but that there can be so many obstacles that we've encountered, that real things happen to us too. That it's not just, I need to switch my thinking. It's that, there's perhaps harm has been done. So working on many different layers.
Mm-hmm. Like that onion that we talk about sometimes, those various layers. And when you said obstacles, I visualized immediately like walls that we put up to protect ourselves from the often unlovable unlovable energies that come, within our space, and also the words that people speak. That old saying, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me is really, really far from the truth. And so as your journey has progressed from mindfulness, and now you're working with the teenagers, can you tell us how you're working with them, and maybe share some information on the techniques and the tools that you use that maybe we can take from this conversation?
So I work with kids in a residential mental health center. So a lot of these kids come through trauma. There's a lot of self-harm. So self-harm, shows up as, it can show up as substance, as, physical harm, it can show up as eating, disordered eating. It can show up as anxiety. It can show up as suicidal ideation. So self-harm, it's all that, and those are sort of the more extreme, we think of those as more extreme examples, but many of us have that critical voice. And that's also a form of self-harm that's been enculturated, because when we think about these little babies who come out, where that's learned, we learn that, we hear, and it doesn't have to be from one person. It can be cultural conditioning. It can be the magazine pictures that we saw. If I'm a person of color and I never saw me as a kid, what's that saying to me? Or if I'm in this body and I don't see a body that looks like my body, what do I learn? My body's not right for the world. The world doesn't love this that I'm in. So there are ways that we internalize our culture. Our acculturation becomes a way we can really do some self-harm. So it's what I've come to learn much more specifically is that, it's not a one size fits all. It's not, some things are going to resonate with me. And what I tell the kids, each kid that comes in, I say, let this, what lands with you and is your truth, take that. But what doesn't, just let it go by. Because for some people, and especially when you're dealing with people in trauma, it's so individual. And the paradigm of we all sit and meditate and close our eyes, that's not going to work. Yeah. That's not going to work. When you close your eyes and you have some really painful, scary thoughts or images, that doesn't fly. So it's, I like to offer a lot of different things. And the definition of, so I use this idea of meditation, that it's simply allowing the mind to rest on one place, to rest on one point. So letting the mind rest, as opposed to, training my mind or bringing it back or taming, these kind of violent images, where I'm inviting myself to rest.
Just rest.
So every aspect that I bring, I want to be with kindness, with compassion. I don't want to do violence in any part of my speech, or how we're talking about, the training. That it's not about getting rid of things. It's about holding them and befriending them and understanding all the positive intentions for everything. Because everything that we have belongs. And this is something else, I get into with the kids too. It's that even those painful emotions, they're there, they're protecting us. They're letting us know things. They're important. All emotions are information. And we like them. Some are nice and some are not nice, right? We have this, we qualify. But it's like they all give us information about what we are needing in our lives.
Yeah. And to be able to hear what they are bringing. That was something for me when I first entered into my spiritual healing journey and recovery, and was, if you think this, then that, and not really taking the time to sit with the fear or the anger, or, really acknowledging the emotions that I was feeling. It, like you said, it was more about training the mind to forget about it or to push it aside. I love what you said about just resting, just allowing. Is that am I on the right track with what you're saying? Because that's what I saw. Just allowing, not denying, not condoning, not just being, just resting.
When we have an emotion, when we have this anxiety or fear, we can spend a lot of energy pushing it away. And that creates even more tension.
Right.
And it can be tension in the body too, because the body and the mind, we learn this, and science tells us more and more, they inter-are, and we have that 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, that goes down through the face, through the throat, the heart space, the belly, and when that activates, we feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone who feels, really stressed in their ankle, or their, oh, my upper thigh gets really tight. It's usually, yes, right there, stomach. So working with that, and it's really about what is your key. So for some people, feeling that in the body, there's fear, and I'm feeling it. I feel it right here, and holding it with kindness, and even going just to the edge. Where's the edge of it in my body? Can I just be with that? I don't have to go into like the whole story, but what's it doing in my body? So for some people, that's really helpful. For other people, it's too, it's like we need an external focus, because that's too, tips us really out of that, homeostasis. We get too activated. So we need an external focus. Maybe we need to walk and feel our feet. Maybe we need to, I need to talk to someone I trust and see their eyes and see their face and help that regulate me. So it's not like we have this, I wish I had a magic wand. I could say, we're all going to do this and we'll all feel better.
Yeah.
We're not.
No.
I can offer a little, like a 3-minute practice of, it's like a little concentration practice, but it doesn't have an internal focus. So this is something for people who do have a little, perhaps you have some trauma that comes up in you when you sit and meditate. This is more and more people are talking about trauma-informed meditation. So for people who have trauma, they say like, oh, I can't meditate, or meditation doesn't work for me. And they actually, heart rates rise, and they get, the body temperature can rise, and they can have more destabilization when they do meditation. So there's ways to work with that, to go external focus, internal focus, external focus, internal focus. For the kids I work with, that's pretty advanced, especially because I only have them for like a month or a couple months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they cycle out. Like
I
they graduate. Yay, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I'd
Things
love I'd love for you to share that. If
sure.
I'm open, everybody out there open.
Ready? Everybody.
Ready?
So the first thing I like to say is that let this just be like the gentle rain that falls. And if it nourishes you, take it in. If it doesn't, just let it pass by. So you are in charge of your experience. So if at any time you don't feel comfortable, please take care of yourself. So we're going to start. And this is also something you can do for those of us who spend time on Zoom. It's also a nice refresher. So whatever space you're in, we're gonna just feel the body. So if you're standing, feeling the feet, feeling the whole length of the body, feeling the depth of the body. So from the heart to the back, and feeling the width. So shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip. And then we're going to do this with open eyes and look around the space we're in. So just letting the eyes move, noticing the space above the body, noticing the space around the body. And you can even turn, if it's accessible to you, turning all the way. So turning to the right, looking behind, turning the hips to the left, looking behind. Noticing the floor or the ground and checking the materials. What materials? So is it wood? Is it tile, linoleum, carpet? Noticing where the windows are and any doors in the room. Just noticing color. And also construction. What's this made of? Is it wood? Is it plaster? Is it stucco? So then allowing your eyes, letting them lead, and allowing them to find something you consider beautiful. Just letting the eyes rest right there. And as we let the eyes rest on what is beautiful, we're going to notice that this body is breathing. So noticing the rise and the fall as this body just breathes. So we don't have to control, we don't have to manage. This body knows exactly what to do. And as we stay with what is beauty, as we breathe in, inviting this feeling of beauty to enter into our cells. So breathing in with beauty. And as we exhale, allowing this beauty to fill the space that's between us and this object. So with each inhale, we inhale beauty. And with each exhale, we fill this space with more beauty. And then taking in the shape of what we're seeing. What is the shape? What are the colors? What's the quality of light and dark? Just noticing how the body responds to being in the presence of this beauty. And then taking 2 more breaths. And then bringing our eyes back to our screens, back to being in connection and community. And just noticing how the body received that gift.
That was beautiful.
So I just want to ask, how is your body responding to that, Samantha?
Right now, I feel much more relaxed, and I felt an opening. I carry a lot on my chest. I think it's from the weight that I carry here. It kind of concaves in, I felt an expansion in this area here. Um, that was the body, and just to, I was, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude um, wash through my body also, like one level at a time, like a tide rising very slowly. I felt that throughout my whole body. So it was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and we can offer ourselves these quality, you know, we can resource with, you know, externally to give this sense of solidity or openness to ourselves, you know, offering ourselves these things. And it's, I find it really nourishing to do this, really nurturing in my life to remember, oh yeah, there's something that's really beautiful in my life, even when, you know, so many things feel broken.
Yeah.
There can be, you know, this beauty that I can have, and then when I breathe it in, it's in my cells, and I can take this with me. So it's reminding people that that we can shift. You know, we have this neuroplasticity that we can shift actually how we think, the habits of our mind. And it takes, you know, just like if I start playing basketball, you probably don't want me to be, you know, on your team. Well, also, I haven't played basketball in a really long time. You know, I need to do some practice. I need to have some muscle memory. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of practice. It's the
Yeah.
same. But I guess my what I want to tell people is that it's possible to have this way to find happiness in our lives, and to have connection, and to have real consideration for ourselves and for others in our lives too.
Thank you. And thank you so much for gifting us the reminder and the tool. This is something that I know I'm going to take into my practice, into life. You know, it's whether I'm on a Zoom, I can always step back and repeat the practice that you just shared with us, moving the eyes, moving the body, allowing the breath, and then breathing in, you know, the object, and exhaling the beauty. And yeah, thank you. I can see myself teaching, sharing this with my grandchildren. It seems doable for the children. Like you said, you're working with the teens, and that is something my hats off to you, you know, for being there for the teens and the young adults, and for all of us, you know. So Celia, as we begin to wrap up, I'm not going to rush through because we're at the 30-minute mark. No, we're going to just take this all the way through, as long as you're okay with it going a few minutes over. Is that okay? Okay.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Good. How can people find you? What have you been up to? Workshops, virtual, in person. Can you share with us a little bit about that aspect of your journey and how we can find?
Sure. I have what we call a Sangha, which is Sanskrit for community, on Friday mornings, and you can sign up through Wisdom House. You can go to their website. And we used to meet Tuesday nights, so it's still listed as the Tuesday night meeting, but now it's Friday morning on Zoom. Little confusing, but it is Friday. And that's about an hour and a half. And that's a Plum Village practice. So that's the Thich Nhat Hanh's tradition of engaged Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
And so I facilitate that group, and we have meditation, we have readings, and we have sharing in a group. And then I'm also offering, and these two things are free, a nonviolent communication practice group.
Yes.
On Sunday nights from 5 to 6:30. And that one you'd need to email me, and I can give you an email.
Okay. Go ahead.
Should I give now? Is this
Sure.
good?
Yeah, this is
Okay,
good.
so it's one word, hello from Celia @gmail.com. And if I don't get to you, please email me again, because my inbox is atrocious. And it's one of my
I hear you.
It's one of my least favorite things is to scroll through the many, many emails. So please, if I don't get to you, or just in the subject, right, NVC group.
Okay.
And so that is something I've been working on a certification to be. I'm a certification candidate with the the International Nonviolent Communication world.
Yeah.
And that's teaching this. It's a really shift in a paradigm of communication that Marshall Rosenberg taught.
His work is his work really changed my life, and bless you for pursuing it and being willing to share it with whomever is open to listen. If nobody's heard about the nonviolent communication or compassionate communication, please reach out to Celia. It really will empower you to change, or I don't want to say change. What it did for me, what nonviolent communication, learning the little bit that I've learned about it, is I noticed heavily the self-talk that I had and how violent I spoke to myself. Things I'd never, ever, ever imagined saying to somebody else. I would very easily play these words in my own mind. So I believe that this compassionate communication, nonviolent communication, not only helps us on our inner healing and our own individual, personal journey, but as a community, as a family, as a business owner, as, a member of a state, country, world. This is so needed right now. And help me tell them, Celia, what you had said before when we were talking amongst each other. It helps you talk the talk. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So in my experience is that, I've been a long-term meditator, and I've gone on a lot of silent retreats and done a lot of practice. And what I was always surprised was that after these long retreats or long sits or this, kind of contained practice time, people that I was with, I would hear them say things, and I just, I'd have this little shock of, wow, that's there's an ouch in that. So it gives us nonviolent communication is actually it has ripples, and it seeks to change the system of duality that we're in. We're in the system of right, wrong, good, bad. That's how we think. You deserve this, you don't deserve this. Punishment, reward. And we see the huge violence. Well, right now we're punishing, we're dropping bombs, we're punishing.
Yeah.
Right? We see the violence inherent in the punishment reward system. So this is a complete shift of what we call power with, which is that we are all in this thing together. And we all have these things that Marshall called universal human needs. And the word needs can be a little uncomfortable because nobody wants to be needy.
Right.
So universal values that we all, there's lists. If you go on to the Center for Nonviolent Communication, CNVC, you can find out, you can get these lists, you can find out what this is about. And that all beings want to matter. All beings want consideration, clean water, food. We all have these things that we need to live. So it's that your needs matter and my needs matter. And when I have this power sharing, when I understand that, instead of it helps dissolve that like in-group, that othering, my needs matter at the expense of your needs.
Yeah.
You're not going to get this because we need it, which we've seen how that works. We have, I think our country has been at war for at least the last 30 years, in one more or another.
Yeah.
That's the violence that this kind of thinking perpetuates. Mm-hmm. So we start where we always start. The only one I have any control over is this one, this body, mind I'm in. So I start here, and then it ripples out. And I'll just say that in my work with these kids, it has helped me so much, because they have such, high BS detectors that you need to be able to be authentic. I need to be honest about how this is for me, and to know how do I show them consideration? And if I don't, maybe that I can ask, like, what are you looking for me? Like, instead of, thinking, oh, I'm the grown-up, I know how it goes. I know what you need.
Yeah. No.
So I could talk about this for another half an hour, and I go way over, but it gives I think I said, Samantha, that sometimes sitting isn't enough. Sometimes meditation isn't enough. We need a practice. We need some training to how to get rid of this system of speaking that we all speak in, and we don't even know. That when somebody, when we do something and somebody goes, oh, you're good at that. And it's like, well, what happens if I'm bad at it? Then you won't love me. Right. But instead, if somebody does something and I go, when you did that, I felt so relaxed, and I've used this with my kids. I felt so relaxed because there was trust. Oh, it really helped me. Mm-hmm. So instead of saying my diagnosis that you're good or bad, I tell you how it was for me.
Right. And
it's different.
Yep. And that is what creates the ripple, so bless you for working with the children and all the people that you touch through the Wisdom House, through your workshops, through your classes. I'm looking forward to learning more about the nonviolent communication. Like I said, I was introduced to Marshall's work a few years ago. And I believe, and this is just Samantha's belief, that, we might want to consider this a course for life, make parts of this system, the way of speaking, almost like I'm thinking a seminary, a required part of our curriculum called life, because that's when I believe we're going to start seeing that the bigger shift, each person, and then that ripple is going to grow, because it is time. It's time for compassionate communication, as opposed to you're right, I'm wrong, you're good, I'm bad.
And knowing that, we belong to each other.
Yeah.
That we aren't separate. We've seen that. We have seen that, how interconnected we are. And when I, make myself isolated and I live in this one group, we see what happens.
We see it.
We've seen that. We know that story.
Yeah.
And we're doing it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and the power over, if I have power over, and it makes me a little nutty around our political, not just our political system. It's like power over, it keeps flipping.
Yeah.
And it seems that is there another way? Is there another way to remember, to stop this struggle? Which doesn't do anything except the energy is expended in struggle
That's
and
right.
fight.
That's right. It's just it doesn't lead very far, and it doesn't lead to a good outcome. But I believe that I'm gonna keep on the I'm gonna keep navigating my boat in the direction of love and healing and inclusiveness. Um, to the best of my ability every single day, and yeah. Together we can, and I love what you said about the you matter. We're very active in the you matter campaign, the you matter movement. It's not a campaign, it's a movement. So thank you for reminding me of that, that we all do matter. And we'll have you back definitely, because I know we could talk for hours.
Oh, and
hours and hours.
I just want to, I'm having an in-person retreat I think it's the first week in June at Wisdom House. So that's going to be, I'm not totally sure what we're going to do. It will happen. It's going to be more of the Plum Village practice of we'll sit, we'll walk, we'll do some readings, but it's really going to be a weekend of self-compassion, of love, of removing some of those barriers to this heart that loves.
I attended one of your day sessions up at the Wisdom House last year or the year before, actually. I'm not sure if we were social distancing. I don't know. It all runs together.
Yeah.
But yes, we were. It was beautiful. Just a few hours being together and sharing in your energy and the energy of each other. So if anybody is interested in Celia's offerings at the Wisdom House or anywhere else, we've included her contact information throughout the comments. And also you can read Celia's article that is in the March-April issue. That is, I Want to Live with an Empty Boat. It's a gorgeous article, well written. And there is a link at the bottom where you can link directly to Celia's contact information. So definitely check that out. And so thank you again. Thank you for sharing everything and being part of this resource, this outlet, this positive media platform that we're creating. We look forward to being up at the Wisdom House as soon as I possibly can. And so everybody, please, tomorrow, we have Dr. Dorothy Neville that'll be joining us. Dr. Dorothy also has an article in this issue on personality and the mindset. Let me pull that up real quickly. I should have had it ready. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? How your personality impacts your health. So we have Dr. Dorothy Neville coming tomorrow. And we want to thank Celia Landman again for joining us today and also writing a beautiful article in the March-April issue. Thank you, Lisa, for manning the comments. Tiffany, thank you always for supporting us. And for all my beautiful epic peeps, as you roam about the universe today, whatever your universe may look like, please do it safely, okay? Do it safely. Also, remember to do it as your authentic being. Stay true to who you are as you roam about. And also stay tuned for tomorrow because we have Dr. Dorothy. And I'm so grateful to be back. It's with all my love and light that I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And peace out, Epic Scouts. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.